Hey guys, my name is Jamie Lynn. I just wanted to do a little channel introduction here. I do have a channel on YouTube here called Panicked Antics. It's like beauty kind of related commentary, drama type stuff. And on that channel, I will sometimes talk about like my weight and sobriety and things like that. So I decided to make another channel. This happened because I want to be healthier mentally, physically, just all around. It isn't about wanting to be skinny. It's just wanting to feel good. And when I looked around on YouTube for channels, for advice, like fitness type channels, weight loss channels, a lot of the really popular ones are from people that are already really fit and don't necessarily need to lose weight. They will say, oh, this is what I eat in a day, but then they're trying to show out like some supplements, it's just too much. Or they have a lot of food in their recipes that is kind of expensive for a lot of people. And I wanted to do something where you guys are actually on this journey with me. This is not going to be like a typical stereotype vegan channel. I am vegan, I am fat, so I am that fat vegan. But this is not going to be like pseudoscience, like all natural news stuff where, we're going to put mushroom oil in our vaginas or anything crazy like that. This is just going to be things that I'm going to try. Like I might try some of those all natural things, but I'm not going to be using any supplements. I'm going to share recipes, things that are cheap, things that are easy. Just, things that everyday people can do because there's so much information out there. It is confusing. Should you do keto? Should you do Atkins? Some people see vegan as a diet, so there's so many different things. So many different things work for different people. So this is just going to be like my personal journey, but maybe together, we'll both or all of us be able to be a little bit healthier. I was addicted to painkillers for a few years. I am an alcoholic. I'm a binge drinker alcoholic, so I don't drink every day, but when I do, it's a lot. And I am a smoker, so I'm trying to quit all of those things and start working out again and just eating well. Being vegan doesn't mean that you're going to be skinny. There are lots of things that are vegan: potato chips, french fries, beer, veggie burgers, tons of pasta, So it's gonna be hard, and I thought if I did a channel, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, maybe have some tips for you guys. A friend of mine's mother is a dietitian, so I used to see one myself, but I can't afford that right now. So she's gonna offer some advice to me that I can share with you guys. And like I said, it's not going to be, taking a ton of supplements or like you have to drink some skinny tea or something outrageous like that. Just, I'm a normal person just trying to get healthier. I'll include a lot of things about my struggle with depression and anxiety, things like that as well. Just an overall wanting to be well type of channel. So I wanted to come on here and just do a little introduction. I'm 36. I weigh 214 pounds. I am almost 5'3", so I am obese. And, for the longest time I was fit and I ate well, and there were periods of time when I did not smoke cigarettes and I did not drink. I didn't do anything. And I miss those days. And, a lot of the times when I was younger, I got obsessed with exercising. It was like 4 hours every morning, sometimes again in the evening. And it became this obsession where that's all that I thought about. So when I would go out, I felt like everybody was looking at me, and it made me actually feel more insecure, even though I was a lot thinner then and stuff. So I just want to have a healthy balance, and if you're from the Pittsburgh area, maybe share some places where you can get like some good vegan food. And I'm not going to limit this to just vegans. I'm not a preachy vegan. I was not born a vegan. I know the love of burgers and bacon and things like that. So, I'm not going to exclude people that are not vegan, because there's going to be a lot of tips and things that I'm going to do that have nothing to do with being vegan. If you are a vegan gatekeeper, I apologize because I am not a fanatic about it. If somebody asks me a question about being vegan, I will tell them, but I don't automatically hate people that aren't vegan. And I don't think that if you love animals and you're not vegan, then you actually hate animals, because that's something I see a lot on vegan channels. No, I don't believe that. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm going to include my workouts. I'll include what I've been eating in a day. I did lose a few pounds since I guess it's been about 10 days. And there wasn't really anything super specific that I was doing. I just cut back on the drinking. And I have been trying the whole apple cider vinegar in the morning, a tablespoon of that with water. I feel like it makes my stomach feel good in the morning. My dietitian, the dietitian says, there's really no science around apple cider vinegar, but there's pills, all sorts of things. That seems to be like one of the big things now. Like green tea was a huge thing and fish oil was a huge thing, but that fermented things can lead to a healthy gut. Some people say that it detoxes everything out of your body. There are some studies, but they're mostly on like natural news, alternative medicine type of things. So we're not going to really do a lot of those things, just because I'm a firm believer in science, and a dietitian kind of guiding me will help me. But if there are some things that you guys want to see me try just to see if it works, please let me know, because I will be your guinea pig. Right now it is the apple cider vinegar thing, and I actually like the taste of it. It's pretty refreshing. It kind of makes me feel full too. That's what I'll drink like first thing in the morning, or I'll have a little coffee and then have that. I have started doing the 16-8, where I fast for 16 hours and I have an 8-hour window of eating. Right now that is about 11 to 7, because I usually don't get hungry until around lunchtime, and I may eventually close that gap. That's just something that's been working for me. If I do get hungry, I'll have like a fruit smoothie. I have a ton of smoothie recipes and juices and all those things, but things that you can make like on a budget, that you could make a lot of and have for like a whole week, big stocks of like vegetable soup or things like that. And I want it to be affordable. I want it to be convenient. I want it to be easy, because the worst thing is when you're going to start some type of a diet and you're like, oh gosh, I have to go out and buy a million things and spend a ton of money on all this shit. And you don't even know if you're going to stick to it, and it can get really frustrating. And I just want this to be an easy, this is stuff that's been working for me. Hey, why don't we try this together? Or, just see what happens. So you're actually on the road with me. I'm not hot. I'm not already somebody that's like a fitness model doing a fitness channel, which I know that they have their place here on YouTube, and that's wonderful. And I do think that they sometimes offer great tips, but I'm fat and I need to lose weight. So this is where I'm going to be accountable for it. Hopefully, maybe you guys will join me on this a little adventure. And like I said, with recipes and stuff, I can include like chicken or fish or something. Like I said, I don't want this to exclude vegans. My husband is not a vegan, so there are things that I cook for him that my dietitian is taking a look at right now and will email me back to see different things that I can make. She essentially said that it's easier than you think it is. Some people go to extremes, so you feel like you have to. Now, keto might work for you. I did a vegan keto. It did work, but it was very hard, and I just did not feel good on it. I know a lot of people that do a vegan keto or vegetarian keto or just keto in general. They feel great. I just happened to not feel very well on it. Yes, I lost weight, but it seemed to be more like water weight than actual pounds, and it was just hard, and especially when you're like working, you have other things to do, you want to have your meals there. Last thing that you want to do is have to think about making this like elaborate meal and getting your flaxseed and your quinoa and all this stuff. Like, we're gonna keep it basic, but we're gonna try some things that might seem a little odd, but at the core of it, I will be talking about my struggles with why I have gained weight. I am like an emotional eater. I think that people see fat people and they're like, oh, they're just a lazy slob, but we're not. Some of us have some issues. Some of us have been through some things that have been traumatic, and food is an easy way to fill that void. And that has been what I have done since I lost my grandmother a few years ago. And along with that, also drinking beer, you know, not exercising or trying to find the time to, but having issues with like sticking to a regimen, you know, and when I think about everything, it's so overwhelming that I'm just like, forget it, you know, give me some chips. So I want to kind of stay on track here and bring you guys with me. And so if you're interested in any of that stuff, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a weigh-in and a list of what I'm going to be eating for this week. And I'll check in, maybe sometimes it might be like a little vlog style, just to check in almost daily to see how I've done, you know, almost keeping like a video diary of my progress or backtracking, which I hope I do not do. So I hope you guys will join me on this little journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs. Bye.